It's April 6th, 2026, and we are on our way to Buffalo to meet up with my parents. We have like a week-long New York State adventure. We've got 2 days in Buffalo, 2 days in Syracuse, and 3 days in New York City, I'm pretty sure. So, very excited. First time that I'll be seeing my parents since August, so it's been a long time. I know Mom is very excited. I think that's the entire reason she planned this trip. Now, us on the other hand, we're here for the food. We're going along. Our main priority is food. My dad's main priority, I believe, is looking at different sites throughout the cities, and I believe Ashby's priorities are shopping. But the number one thing that I'm looking forward to in Buffalo is seeing Niagara Falls. And for Syracuse, my number one thing is going to Big Fella's. It's a restaurant we went to the very first day we got to Syracuse, and it was absolutely fantastic. We're gonna get their Cajun steak pasta. And for New York City, my number one thing is between seeing like the sights, like Statue of Liberty and stuff, or the food of this crab boil, like zoo looking thing. Like you just go around and get to pick out different fish, crab, lobsters, and then they boil it up for you, season it, butter it up, and you just get a chomp. So that is probably my number one thing. Layla, what's your number one thing at each place?
Buffalo, the food, the wings.
The wings?
Yes.
Buffalo's the home of buffalo wings. It's where it's invented. So that is, I believe, where we're going for dinner tonight. I know my dad is very excited for that.
New York, high-color Japanese restaurant, omu rice, and souffle pancakes. And then Syracuse, avocado, strawberry boba.
Yes, Layla's full on food. She doesn't care about the sights. It's only about the food. She's got a list of 15 plus restaurants she wants to go to. We definitely won't get them all, but we'll see if we can get at least one of her restaurants per place. Her avocado strawberry boba is at the mall, so that kind of coincides with Ashby's shopping. So we'll see how that goes. But we've got another hour or so until we reach Buffalo. Very hungry, so hopefully the buffalo wings live up to expectations, and hopefully I can also get a pizza there too. Bar, home of the original buffalo wings. Someone's absolutely hating on what's going on.
So weird. I don't know why we're here.
They're adventuring. Zebra car.
Get in the car.
Old stadium, new stadium, significant upgrades. In the home of the Bills Mafia. This stadium is absolutely tiny compared to the other one, probably half the size. Looks like a college stadium. Howdy, it is our second day in Buffalo. Yesterday was full of adventure. We went to the Anchor Bar, saw the home of the Buffalo Wings. Did not end up eating there, did not really care to eat there. We went down and we saw the stadiums. Both stadiums, one of them tiny, the next one gigantic. Definitely a significant upgrade. And the stadiums are right in the middle of the neighborhoods, which is pretty strange. But and then after that, we tried going to a restaurant, and this restaurant was in the middle of a neighborhood, and it was jam-packed. Could barely find a parking spot or anything. We sent Mom in to try and figure it out if we could get in, and she turned around instantly. There was no chance. Supposedly it was one of the best restaurants in all of Buffalo, and it was one of Josh Allen's favorite restaurants, so we were a little bummed that we couldn't get in, but kind of expected with the chaos. So that was the parking lot. But we went further up, and we went to a restaurant called Topo. It was solid. I gave it a 9. Lily gave it an 8.5. 9 because small water glasses and too cheesy of my pasta. But with my pasta, it had beef short ribs stuffed with salami, sausage, hard-boiled egg, and bread. it was a food creation I've never seen before in my life. It was yummy, but it was very strange. But overall, very filling, very yummy. So took a nice sleep, and we have moseyed our way down into the hot tub. So the only people in the entire pool and hot tub area, so that's nice. Today we have got we're planning on going to a diner for breakfast, but we'll see how everyone feels after the taco meal, because it was filling. So I would not be surprised if we end up going somewhere that's a little bit lighter than a diner. And then after that, we are going to walk across to Canada to see Niagara Falls. Couldn't do the boat because there's still ice everywhere, most likely. So walk into Canada, and if Mom has her way, we'll end up walking down to a power plant if my sister allows it. We'll see about that though. And then after that, we are gonna go to some restaurant to get buffalo wings, because we're in Buffalo, the home of the buffalo wings. We gotta get some buffalo wings somewhere. And then we are gonna make our way down to Syracuse. After that, the plan is unknown. We could get anywhere for food, anything. My mom could have something planned along the way. We have no idea. We're just going with the flow, and that's how we like it. So we're gonna enjoy the hot tub a little bit more, and then get ready to go see Niagara Falls. Made it to Niagara Falls. It is very cold. The walk across the bridge was absolutely miserable, but we've already scavenged the gift shop, obtained the necessities, of course. I'll put up a photo of what those were like right up here somewhere. I don't know. And so yeah, we're gonna go down some more. You can see the horseshoe. They're taking off.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Layla's imitating BTS, Niagara Falls. And then after that, we're gonna see if we can get and do the tour of the power plant and get down onto that bridge, which will be very exciting. Didn't think the ice was gonna be so big. Like, we heard there might be ice, but I didn't expect like this. So, very surprising. Very cool. Almost cooler with the ice than without it, I think. Nine out of 10 for me. Very cold on the bridge. Worst part, bridge walk. Best part, I think when we look down at the falls at the very end.
Yes.
Mom, best part, worst part, rating out of 10.
It was for sure the best part was looking down the falls, and then
Okay.
yeah, the worst was the stupid customs and the Americanas.
What do you give it out of 10?
The Americanas?
No, the whole thing.
Oh, I'd give it. It was cold, so 8.5.
8.5. Dad gives it an 8. Layla?
9.
9. I don't know. Ashley probably give it like a 3. Ashley, what do you give it out of 10?
6.
6. Sounds about right.
Actually, you'll see it later.
Trip around Armory Square.
What?
Mom is overwhelmed. Too much architecture for her to handle. I think there's a fountain ice skating rink pond thing right there, so we're gonna go check that out. Later tonight we will be chomping on some big fellas. Or dinosaur barbecue, whichever one we choose. Dinosaur barbecue at a cool mural. I'll put up a photo of it. Mom's Spire. It was calling out that this was the only thing she really wanted to see, but then she got distracted in Armory Square, so we found it. It is incredibly tall. She's still taking photos from, I don't even know where she is anymore. She's been taking photos from every imaginable location. Behind us, we got another cool looking building that's got a bell up at the top. It is incredibly cold and windy. My fingers are freezing just holding my phone. Layla says her face is frozen and numb. So. Just finished chomping on some dinosaur barbecue. It was absolutely fantastic. Layla did not eat more than like 5 bites. She was absolutely full going into it from breakfast. from the hotel buffet breakfast they grabbed us, so didn't eat too much, but we've got it all saved up. And I had one of the best brisket sandwiches I have ever eaten in my life. It was like eating butter. So we did the apartment tour. We saw the graves from the War of 1812. So that was good. I think my parents really liked it. I didn't take any pictures, so I have to get pictures from them. I'll put them in the video, like right here somewhere. Still don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna figure it out. But now we're on our way to the mall. Ashby's gonna go crazy. Layla's incredibly full, but she's gonna go find this avocado strawberry boba. So we'll see what happens. It is Thursday the 9th. I have no idea when I last did a video. I think it was after Dinosaur Barbecue. Since then, we have done a lot of adventuring. We went to Bern, showed my parents the big old silos. And then we tried to go to a museum. It was closed. So that was unfortunate. But after that, we went to Inca's, and I think Inca's was probably the best restaurant I've ever eaten at in my life. It was delicious. The lobster ravioli I had to give it to Layla because me and Layla split 2 meals. I had to give it to Layla before I finished it all, and then she didn't want to give it back. It was that good. Didn't end up hurting ourselves because the portions weren't Dinosaur Barbecue sized or any of the other restaurants we've tried. So that was good. So, but today Layla's at school, and after that we are on our way to New York City. Very excited. We've got a bunch of things that we want to try. I know we've got like seafood zoo eat thing. It looks delicious. Layla's got a Japanese restaurant that we're gonna go to. So many different sites to see and everything. So we're very, very, very excited. And on the way over, it's like a 4.5 hour drive. That's probably gonna end up being closer to 5.5 hours because Mom's got, I think 4 or 5 things that she's planned out for the drive over. So it'll be an experience. I have no idea what she's pulled out. I didn't read the big text message she sent. I just know probably food, probably some museums and art and stuff, but looking forward to it. Hopefully the food is yummy in New York. It definitely will be. I know Ashley's pulled out some meals. I've pulled out some places. Layla's got a huge list of cafes and everything that she wants to go to. So I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but we're going to try to get to some of them. So I've got a bunch of photos of whatever happened after the last video. I'll put those up. So yeah, looking very much forward to New York City. Very excited. Mom's got us pulled over at this random place in the middle of nowhere, Bethel Woods. See this Woodstock Festival monument. 450,000 people for some music festival. Apparently the home of all the hippies. Don't know if you can see it, but over there in the grass, it's got the hippie symbol. So yeah, mom's dragged us all the way out here. I don't know how much it added to our trip time, but we are actually just nowheresville. So they're talking to some hippie right now, who's in the park. So I think they're having quite the fun time. I don't know what the plan is after this. Hopefully New York City and no other random stops in the middle of who knows where for hippies, but who knows what Mom's got planned. View from the room in New York City. We are up here. I don't know what those buildings are at all. Empire State Building is somewhere in that direction, behind these. Rockefeller Plaza's somewhere over there. Maybe it's that big building. Who actually knows? Not us. There's a pool on the roof, so we'll definitely go up there and see if we can see anything. Layla is utterly terrified of going anywhere near the window, but got a cool spire over there we can see. Mom's been calling out every single spire in the entire US. So she'll be very happy when she sees that one. But pretty great view. Very excited. I don't know what dinner is. I think we're gonna go to see Empire State Building and Rockefeller Plaza tonight. So very, very, very excited for that. It was a drive. New Jersey was kind of trash, but very glad we did not have to drive into New York City. The bikers were crazy. This is chaos. Utter chaos. Chaos as far as the eye can It is Friday the 10th, and this is officially our second day in New York. Day one was hectic. We got in from the traffic, and we immediately went out for a walk to find the Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, and Times Square. Times Square, utter chaos. I never want to go back there. I never want to see that many people ever again in my entire life. Utter chaos. I got a video full circle of the overstimulation that is Times Square. So I've seen that once, and that's more than once is too much. But I think me and Layla agree. Rockefeller Center was our favorite thing. It is a lot smaller than I thought. I didn't even think what I was looking at was the ice skating rink, but apparently it is very, very small. But the golden statue and everything is really cool. Got the New York City skyline behind me. Got a good view in our hotel. Empire State Building is not all that from the street, at least. And then we tried getting food. They wouldn't even take our money. So then we went somewhere else, and then we were there 3 minutes before close, so they had nothing cooked. So it wasn't the greatest meal. It was some bowl place where we pretty much got broccoli bowls because that's what like 80% of our bowl was. But today we have Central Park. Central Park is our go-to today, and C&C's, the interactive seafood zoo that you get to eat. So that's what me and Layla are definitely looking forward to today, our number one activity. For me, it's my number one activity in all of New York. Layla's number one activity happens the day after, a restaurant called High Collar. So very excited. Should be a very, very busy day. We're going Central Park, Seafood Zoo, and then museums, and then Grand Central Station, and then maybe Times Square again. Who knows what the plan is. Just following Mom. I want to get on to that building up there with the high rise that you can walk out to. I want to get up there sometime. I don't know when, but I think that I want to get on top of a building so I can see the views. But pretty, very, very nice view. Very high up. Layla does not like to come close to the window. So we're gonna get our day started in another couple minutes. Parents are still getting ready, so very excited. This is the best part of New York City by far. That bird is me after every restaurant we've gone to this trip. I lost him. Absolute chonk. Fort Clinton. Very pretty view, like most of Central Park. It's got ducks, There's a cat being walked somewhere down there. That's the dog. There's a cat with that person. And Layla's very, very jealous. She wants to steal it. Up next is C&C's, the seafood zoo that you get to eat. Very excited. Very, very pretty.
So I'm probably gonna
Cannon.
be here.
Pretty fish. Very pretty fish. I could have caught them, but I don't have my rod. Very sad. If only I had the rod. They're so close. I could get his dinner right now. Oh, he didn't like that. That's dinner. Layla, go catch. So many turtles. We have to keep Layla on watch. She'll catch one and eat it. So many turtles. Ashby's not impressed.
These are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from New York. Probably good.
We're back in Chaos Land.
Alright, what is this
Apparently
actually
Elf
about?
was filmed right here. They're right over there. Like, went here and he flew off that direction. Trump Tower's like right over there. The Louis Vuitton building's right there. Dressed up like some packages. Trump Tower's right next to it. The bougie area. All the bougie stores over there somewhere. Statue of Liberty. I'm liking the zoom on this phone. Nice.
Well, now hold. I can't see.
This is quality.
Here, photo. Now Broadway.
It's way too early in the day.
Broadway did it.
It's very early.
Broadway breakfast.
Next up, food and the bowl, the New York Stock Exchange. This is Layla's dream bagel place. I don't even know what flavors these monstrosities are, but Layla wants them. Layla got the absolute monstrosity. Garbage, I guess. Mine looks normal. This looks disgusting.
You look.
Survivor tree, the only tree in bloom in the entire park. If it's, you can even call it a park. The tree's an absolute tank. It won't quit. Always blooming. It's way too fancy in here for me. I don't belong. It's out of my realm of comfortability. It is Saturday night, April 11th. I have been slacking on the videos. I have not taken any update videos since, I don't know, 2 days ago. So there's a lot to go over. So I've got myself a list. So yeah, let's get started. Friday was a long day. We started bright and early, went to Central Park, dozens upon dozens of statues. We weaved our way up through. Originally, we were going to go to a museum, also at the very start of it. Closed, couldn't get the tickets for it. So, had to abort mission there, like usual. Most of our first options this trip have not gone according to plan. So, but we make do. So after that, make our way through Central Park and to my favorite part, which was the Turtle Pond Castle. It has a different name, but it's a castle that overlooks Turtle Pond, and you look down and you see a whole view of the skyline, whole view of like all the buildings. There's a pond down below, and you can see turtles. Not too many comparatively to the later ponds, but you're in a castle, and that makes it cool. So that was probably my favorite part of Central Park. But as we weaved our way through, going through dozens upon dozens of statues, we made our way to the final lake for our walk, which was up towards the north end of Central Park. And there was a castle, or not a castle, but there was a fort. I think it was called Fort Clinton or something like that. And it had a cannon on it. So went up to the cannon and we looked down and we can see this like lake with a trail right next to it. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going down there. And Layla sees this person walking a cat with a leash, and she's like sprinting down this hill, trying to get to this cat to pet it. And right as we get down to them, they start putting the cat away in the stroller, and Layla's just furious. So that was pretty funny. But when we were walking the trail along the pond, we saw koi fish like right there, just chilling. And then we saw like, I have no idea how many turtles. There was infinite turtles. We thought they were rocks. There were so many turtles. It was insane. I've never seen that many turtles in my life. We were just walking along, turtles everywhere, ducks everywhere, geese everywhere, and there was people fishing there. And it was annoying because I didn't have my fishing rod to try and catch something. And this guy catches a catfish as I'm walking by him. And I'm like, oh, I was so annoyed because I could have been catching that catfish. That could have been my catfish, but instead it was his. But yeah, we finished up Central Park, and we made our way to what was my number one restaurant that I wanted to try in New York City because I had seen I'd seen it on YouTube, just like one little thing. I was like, okay, I've got to try this. This looks way too cool. It was called C&C's. The experience, 10 out of 10. It was like a restaurant of you just go in, there's fish everywhere. There's crab, there's lobsters, just chilling. Their crab are in buckets, the lobsters are in their little tank, and you go around with your little bowl, put stuff in, and then you give it to them. They prepare your meal, your meat that you chose, and then they steam it up, layer with butter and seasoning, and you just chomp it. That's what I thought, at least. So the chomping part was a little more difficult, as we got crab. Obviously, me and Layla love our crab, but we didn't see the king crab, so we settled for snow crab. Poor decision. We realized that we don't like the taste of snow crab. And another thing was we didn't have anything to open the crab shells with. The crab claws had nothing to cut it open, nothing to smash it open or anything. So we ate, in our thing was corn, shrimp, shark, scallops, and crab. Crab was decent, impossible to get out. I even cut my thumb trying to rip into my crab. The scallops were not very good. Would not recommend the scallops, as they got a little mushy being steamed with everything else. Seared scallops, definitely significantly better. The shrimp, fantastic. Corn, fantastic. Shark was actually really good. I don't know what kind of shark it was, but it was good. It was like tendery, buttery. It was delicious. But yeah, that was that. We didn't have anything to cut open the crab. We didn't have anything to wash our hands with. We didn't have nothing. We just had a couple napkins and everything. So I've got butter and seasoning all over my hands. I'm trying to just destroy this crab to get at the meat, and it just wasn't working. But 10 out of 10 experience, even if I didn't get to eat the crab and it didn't taste good. We went into a store that had more workers. I don't remember what the store was. It was some jewelry store that had Tiffany's. It was Tiffany's that had more workers than they had customers, and it was not for me. Way too fancy. And then the thing that definitely wasn't for me was what Mom took us to next, which was MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. That thing is trash. Never going back there. I give it a 1 to a 2 out of 10. Horrific. Van Gogh, horrifically overrated. One of the worst painters I've ever seen. Oh, Picasso. Sorry, Picasso, not Van Gogh. I don't remember Van Gogh. His probably wasn't too crazy either. Picasso is the trash one. Picasso is horrifically bad. His paintings suck. There's nothing good about them. It's just random colors and horrifically drawn people. Terrible. Monet's was decent, but there's a couple things in there that just make you like, what is this? Like, there's the one that sticks out in my brain is there was 4 or 5 paper bags just put up in a line, and that was the entire sculpture. I saw that and my jaw just dropped in the middle of the thing. I was like, what is this? What is this? Like, I can make this in 10 seconds, just go into like a Dick's Burgers or a Burger Master or something in Washington. It was stupid. But yeah, it was way too many floors, way too much walking for nothing cool. After that, we came back and we just rested for like a couple hours, and we went to this Mexican restaurant. I think it was called like Maze or something. And I got this skirt steak fajitas, and they were delectable. It was so good. It was when they came out to me, it was still sizzling and steaming, and it was so good. And then we had churros for dessert, just amazing, because I've been fiending for churros. When I see the little churro stands when we're walking through Times Square, I saw 6 churro stands in like a 30 feet like line. I was furious that we didn't get any. But I got churros here, they were better churros than they would have been in Times Square, so that was fine. Probably the number 2 meal on the trip behind Inca's from Syracuse, because that Inca's lobster ravioli, I'm still thinking about it. It was delicious. It was so good. And then we were walking back. We saw Madison Square Garden, which we did not know had a game going on inside of it when we were walking through the utter chaos trying to get to this Mexican restaurant. But yeah, we saw that on our way back with the lights all lighting it up, and that looked pretty cool. Overall, it was a very long day. And we logged like 10 plus miles on feet that day. So every single person here was dying. Feet did not feel good that day. And it didn't get any better the next day, today, because we got up bright and early and we went and saw the Statue of Liberty from the viewpoint. It was cool. We should have stayed a little bit longer, but we didn't. It was just like, oh, there it is. Let's dip. So yeah, that was that. But then we went and saw the Charging Bull, which was the next thing on my to-do list that I wanted to do. And I was big fan of the bull. I got myself a picture with it. I'll put that up somewhere if I have it. And then we went and saw the New York Stock Exchange that was right down the street. Saw Wall Street. There were no wolves on it, unfortunately, because it's Saturday. I heard they only come out Monday through Friday. Then we saw the 9/11 memorial that was right up the road from there. It was so cool seeing just like this big hole in the ground, giant. There was even a rainbow in one of them. That was pretty cool. But my favorite thing there was the survivor tree, because we're looking around, it's just dead trees because their leaves haven't grown yet because it's only April. But survivor tree, full bloom. It can't be stopped. Absolute beast of a tree. I hope to grow up and be just like that tree. But yeah, going through the 9/11 memorial was cool. I think it was my dad's favorite thing. It was his number 1 thing to do in New York City. And I think it was the number 2 thing that we did on this entire trip behind Niagara Falls. It was awesome. But my favorite story was the squeegee handle. I was just going through it and there was this random squeegee handle, like, what is this doing here? Apparently some guy got stuck in the elevator trying to get down from the second tower to collapse. And the elevator got stuck. They pried it open, and then there was this drywall in front of them. And we're like, oh God, what do we do? And they used this squeegee handle to break through the drywall, just like taking turns cutting through the drywall with this squeegee handle. So now it just sits in the 9/11 Memorial Museum. And I found that hilarious and awesome. After that, we went to High Collar, which was Layla's number 1 to-do list on the trip. And we got omu rice, which is like rice with a big egg omelet on top, and you like cut it out and it like oozes out. It was delicious. And then we got some like mixed berry souffle pancakes. Me and Layla shared both. They were very good. I don't think it was nearly as good as Inca's or the Mexican restaurant, but Layla has some complaints with that logic for me, as she gave it an instant. What was it? For high collar.
10.
Instant 10. Instantly. What was your reasoning?
Delicious.
Just delicious. That's all. Very tired, as you can tell. The best. So yeah, and then after that, we went to the farmer's market that was right there. Cool surprise. Layla got a bracelet for mom, and a couple hair things that are pretty. And we got some drinks. Layla's horchata drink tasted like a jelly bean. It was disgusting. I was drinking jelly bean water. Did not like it. And then for the rest of the day was satisfying Ashby with taking her shopping, and we just went store after store after store, just standing outside while mom and Ashley went in and shopped. Me and Layla took a side quest to St. Laurent, and she got herself a bracelet, or we got her a bracelet. It's teamwork, because those things are expensive. Did not belong in that store in the slightest. And we came back and crashed. All of us just constantly complaining about our feet hurting the whole time. And it wasn't helped by the elevator. We got on the elevator. We're on the 22nd floor or whatever. It stopped 8 times for the service workers or whatever. Each floor, we go up 2 floors. Oh, we're stopping here. There's someone ready to get on, going up. I'm like, nope, we're full. You're gonna have to wait. But it just kept happening, and we're just like, please let us get to our apartment so we can lay down. And then we get up here, and me and Layla's hotel room is in use. It's getting cleaned. What are we doing? We had the whole day. But I was annoying. They chose the worst time to clean it, right as me and Layla are ready to just take a nap, just die, because it had been another probably 8+ mile day. So yeah, and then we went and got pizza after our nap. So that was delicious. But tomorrow's the final day. Who knows what the plan is? I'm pretty sure we're going to Grand Central Station at some point. Some high-rise walk thing. I don't know. Maybe going to the top of a building to see the entire city. I don't know. Me and Layla are just kind of going with the flow. Hoping our feet feel a little bit better tomorrow. Hopefully getting some good food. Me and Layla have checked off everything on our to-do list here. That's within reason. Layla wanted to go to this Louis Vuitton cafe, which is not reasonable, as you need to have a reservation a month in advance. And yeah, we're not doing that this month because we didn't know that we needed a reservation a month in advance. So we're just gonna go with the flow tomorrow. I don't think it's an early wake up, so that's good. Gonna get to sleep in. And yeah, it's been a great trip. Tomorrow, final day, and then after that, we'll give the updates, rankings of everything, what our top 3 foods were, top 3 activities, experiences, etc., etc. Full rundown tomorrow, but yeah, looking forward to just relaxing tonight. It is indeed grand. It's also utter chaos. But the ceiling is pretty cool. So I got a balloon up there. I'm liking the lights over there too. They're pretty nice. Apparently 3 people got slashed here yesterday, so ideally that doesn't happen to me. I don't know. There's an Apple store right here. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people. Very big. It's indeed grand. We are up here.
Here's the highlight right here below us. That's so cool. That's what we're gonna walk tight right there.
I don't know. After the lunch I ate, this might not be smart.
Ooh, look, Central Park.
Incredible.
Central Park.
Beautiful.
This is insane. There's Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, that's Madison Square Garden.
This is so cool.
There's Central Park where we were.
Bridges over
And then
there.
C would be up north. I can count how many spires from here.
We have officially finished the entire New York trip. Buffalo, Syracuse, New York City, all done now. We have survived, New York City especially. There was a lot of walking. I think we were all feeling it towards the end. So final day of New York City, we went to Grand Central Station, saw the Pershing Square across the street that I had no idea was there. The Apple Store inside Grand Central Station, which I had no idea I did not know that existed. Don't know why it exists, but it's there and it's pretty cool. And then we went to, as we were walking back to the apartment, we got this pastry bakery thing and we got like, I don't know, a dozen pastries, all of them annihilated. They were so good. I got a picture of them, throwing it up somewhere. And then we went to the Edge, which is like a balcony on top of one of the biggest buildings that you can walk out and get the view of the whole skyline and everything. Me and Mom did that. Layla and everyone else stayed down below. Thank God Layla stayed down below because she would have passed out from the heights. Because you are high up and it is scary. Walking along the glass floor, so you can see straight down, is terrifying. But the views are insane. It was so cool. And then after that, we walked the High Line back to the apartment. Much better than walking on the streets. Leaving New York City, Uber number 1, utterly terrifying. I've never been more terrified in my life of a driver. This guy, quintessential New York City driver. We were zooming down alleyways going like 45, honking at the millisecond the light turns green. It was terrifying. The ride canceled. He was also going the wrong direction. He was going the far opposite direction of where we needed to go. So the ride canceled. I don't know why. Doesn't really matter. We were thankful for it. Then we got another Uber, and Layla was so tired that she fell asleep in the Uber to Jersey City where we parked. Just shows how much we were working ourselves on this trip. The drive back from Jersey City was pretty chill. It wasn't that bad. But now that it's all done, the top 3 things for me, activity-wise, was Niagara Falls, by far my favorite. And then the Edge, the walkout that we did on the final day. And then the 9/11 Memorial, and specifically the Survivor tree. I love that tree. It's a beast. My favorite foods were Inca with the lobster ravioli. It was so good. Maze with my sizzling fajitas, and Big Fellas. All of it was fantastic. The food on this trip was definitely a highlight. It was so good. Layla's foods were high collar omu rice, the high collar souffle pancakes, and the bakery that we went to on the final day. So you can get a sense of what Layla's food taste is like. And then Layla's favorite activities were Niagara Falls, and specifically the gift shop in Niagara Falls, bracelet shopping in New York City, and eating all the delicious foods. So that's our final recap of the trip. It was fantastic. Loved it. Loved every second of it. It was a great trip, other than walking in Times Square. That was not very fun. But we had to do it at least 1 or 2 times. and 1 or 2 times is more than enough for me. So now Layla's got to catch up on a lot of schoolwork, and I've got 7 straight days of work. So we're going to be very busy, but at least we got this little bit of relaxation beforehand. So good trip. Looking forward to the next one.